As we inch closer to Election Day next Tuesday here in Michigan, voters are set to decide.
In the 4th Congressional District here in West Michigan, 13 on Your Side political reporter Josh Alburtus spoke with the Republicans hoping to become their party's candidate.
A center of everything from agriculture to community. Areas of Michigan's 4th Congressional District have been represented by the GOP in Congress for decades. Next week, voters are set to decide which Republican they'd like to see make the final pitch in November on continuing the trend. Tuesday's Republican primary pitting project management consultant Brendan Meir against incumbent Congressman Bill Huizenga.
I've got a track record and a voting record that I think speaks for itself in a very positive way.
It is imperative that you understand who you're voting for, and in a primary, it's extremely imperative.
So what are these choices for voters running on? When he spoke to our team, Huizenga highlighted issues including healthcare, border security, and the economy, especially as it relates to agriculture and manufacturing.
A lot of that is going to be tax reform and tax rewrite that we're going to be going through in this coming year. We have a lot of the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act provisions that are expiring. So we're going to be focusing on that and trying to work with constituents back here to make sure that the tax code works for them, not against them on that.
His challenger says he's prioritizing inflation, immigration, and election security.
That's a lot of where my passion lies, and is making sure we have secure elections. But what's affecting people every day? The prices at the grocery stores, the prices at restaurants. So inflation needs to be solved, and our current legislators are doing nothing about it.
But taking on an incumbent is often no small task. Meir says he did it based on what he believes was the failure from his congressman.
As Republicans, we need a balanced budget. We need to be able to vote no and challenge the status quo. Bill doesn't want to challenge the status quo, and that's why I'm running, because we need to challenge the people who are in Congress and fight for the American people instead of just adding debt to all of our lives and our children's lives and the future generations.
Huizenga, however, leaning on his experience in both private and public life to convince voters he has what they need.
I feel very confident in what I've been able to provide for the constituents. I'm also a listening ear that is trying to find out what their needs are.
And on the Democratic side, Jessica Swartz is running unopposed in that primary. You can stay up to date with the state and local politics of the week with 13 on Your Side's The Rundown last week in Michigan politics. We focus on the kind of day-to-day politics and legislation that matter to people in West Michigan. You can watch The Rundown on Sunday mornings starting at 9:30 a.m. It's also on demand right now on the 13 Plus app, on Roku or Fire TV, and on our website, 13onyourside.com.
Thank you, Josh.